for instance, if you were to pass laws, are you listening to me?
Yeah, I
That's,
hear you.
that will help uh, the young ladies go for welfare and help them get a job. You know what I'm saying? You know, you think that'll work also as well? While limited time on welfare? I'm not saying keep them on welfare, but limited time on welfare. Plus, get the training they need to go in the work business, the work business.
Well, yeah, of course. Anytime you create any sort of incentive to uh, move someone away from a program that is just designed to give them a hand up and not make them completely dependent upon that program is always a good idea. You know, I'm all for. I don't know if I would, necessarily agree with creating laws. You know, and forcing because you can't. You know, people have to do things for themselves because they want to. You can't force somebody to do something that they don't want to do. So, now I agree with creating programs that are voluntary, but I do believe that there should be some strict guidelines put in place that, just like they do now for receiving benefits. You have to go out and prove that you're looking for a job, those types of things. But as far as creating, laws now, each state has their own method of creating requirements for in order to be able to qualify for assistance. I'm all for that. As far as making laws, I think that would go a bit extreme. But have to offer people a choice
Uh huh.
as to what they want to do with their lives. And if you can offer them incentives and point out the benefits of being off of those state-run programs, and you could create it in such a way to where the benefits far outweigh, the negative aspects of being off of those programs. I'm all for creating incentives to. I think people should be rewarded for doing what's right.
I see.
Instead of being rewarded for doing the wrong thing, in my opinion. And that's the current system I see that we've got of today. We're rewarding behavior that's unproductive.
I
You
see.
know,
So you think
and I
actually,
think
so you think actually giving them welfare is rewarding instead of actually a temporary solution to a permanent situation that could be fixed.
right. Well, and then it all again it depends upon the individual because there's some people out there who will take advantage of those programs to better themselves, and there's some people out there who will completely take advantage of the system with no desire to improve their lives or the people around them, and just become. That help could be going to somebody else who really wants to improve their lives. I mean, why sit around and pay somebody who has no desire to improve their lives or the people around them? Why reward that type of behavior?
I see.
Because when you reward that type of behavior, it only produces more.
I see.
You know,
I see what you're saying. Now, say for instance, um, you have those actually that are the Republican Party trying to do their very best to try to help those who might need help but get a bad rap for it. But you have those in another party that concludes that one individual might need the assistance because of the lack of education they may have.
when you're talking about political parties,
Yes,
well, it's I've already stated what I believe is, which is very verifiable, the leftist policies that have created uh, these these areas of indiscriminate violence and hopelessness and failure. That is beyond contestation. The Democrat Party solely owns that. That's why you can't hardly get them to talk about it because they know it's true.
I see.
But now, uh, talking about different ideologies of Republicans and Democrats, what they each believe about welfare, um, you know, Pastor Charles, to me, what words are irrelevant. What the policies that are in place are all that matter. So what Republicans think about welfare, what Democrats think about welfare, in my humble opinion, is really irrelevant. It's the actual policies that are in place that are having a negative impact on people's lives that are most important. Because we can sit around and talk about what one party thinks and what another party thinks all day long.
Mm-hmm.
What the policies are actually in place that are having a detrimental effect on the lives of our brothers and sisters are really what's most important. In other words, when Republicans think about welfare, isn't relevant unless it's put into practice.
I see.
Right now, we have some really destructive policies put in place that, and again, like I said, I'm all for, I believe that America, being as great a country as it is, should have a safety net for people that fall. Look, I've been on food stamps before.
Right.
I fell upon hard times and I needed assistance once upon a time. As you know, I'm a single father. I have a son that I raised on my own since he was about 6 months old, and there was time when I needed assistance.
Right.
But I took that assistance and then used it to better myself, and then got off